Hello and welcome to another video. Thank you for joining me. This time I'm going to talk about where I live, not the flat and the street and stuff like that, because I don't know who you are and you might want to stalk me and stab me in the night. So I'm not going to tell you where I live, aside from the fact that I live in London, which is what I'm really going to go on about because it's a strange place to live. But also at the same time it's a really good place to live, as in there's some random stuff that happens that's so good that you just don't know the words to describe it. So London is a bit of a weird city. It has its good parts, its bad parts, its really stabby parts. Not that I've encountered those stabby parts, because I'm safe and streetwise. But yeah, it's weird, some of the stuff that you encounter. For example, one day I was going along Westminster Bridge having a nice evening stroll, and then I came across this, which is a piano being driven by a man. Also on top of the piano, as you've already seen, there is a woman, a ballet dancer specifically, dancing on top of the piano. There is a bit where the guy honks his horn on the piano, which is kind of amusing, but that's really it. So that's a strange thing. You don't see that in most places. Where I live, I come from the Welsh countryside, and you don't really see that very often, because, well, if I did, I'd be a bit strange, and they'd probably the thing would probably be stolen. But anyway, that's for another video. So you see those strange things. As well as that, you might come across a nice view. For example, this was filmed from Jubilee Bridge, one of the Jubilee bridges near Charing Cross, and like you can see, it just looks nice. You've got the London Eye over there, you've got Westminster, you've got the Thames. It just looks nice and sparkly in the dark and all that. But yeah, so that's a nice view, and I don't really know where I'm going with that, but hey, you've seen a nice view-ish. There is a nicer view from Primrose Hill, which I haven't actually filmed, but there's also an even nicer view from Greenwich, which is, I've only got a picture. For some reason I didn't film up there, but there's a picture for you to see. So yeah, aside from the good bits and the strange bits and things like that, you do get the occasional kind of scary bit. For example, I was on Oxford Street several months back now, but there happened to be some sort of protest about the cuts, and one of the protest things sort of got a bit out of hand and spread out from Hyde Park onto Oxford Street, where I happened to be at the time. I forgot that this was going on, so I just came out of the shop and then realised, oh wait, there's a riot going on. So clever me decided to film, because that's the normal reaction, isn't it? So I'm sort of walking along with my bike, going along Oxford Street. There's crowds of people everywhere, and I'm just following them along, as you can see. And then they sort of stop. Well, not stop, and then they just decide to turn around. Everyone starts shouting, and then they all sort of come back past me, and the police come. I don't really think I've seen so many policemen come towards you at one point. It was kind of a weird experience, but at the same time it was good to see and do. And I wasn't a part of it. I didn't instigate it. If anyone's watching it, I was not part of it. I was just a casual observer. Another strange thing, going back to the strange theme again, is tube stations. Now, on their own, they're not really that strange, but what is strange is when you get an empty tube station. When you're sitting there on your own, no one else there, you expect it to be crowded with people most times, but there is the odd occasion when you get to a station where there's nobody there, as I decided to show you here. And I think I talked to myself for a little bit on the camera, as I'm doing now, which obviously is really strange. So yeah, that is a thing. So as well as the random things that you see in London, such as the dancey woman on the piano and the riots and stuff like that, there are some things that are always here and just pretty much constant, and those are the landmarks. Now, I'm not going to go on about all of them, because you know of most of them probably, and I'm not going to spend an entire video going through the landmarks of London. That would take ages. But what I am going to go on about is Tower Bridge, because I just happened to have footage of it, because one day, sometime last year, I was walking around with some people and the bridge started to go up. So I thought, aha, I'm a tourist, I have a camera, I will film. So I did. And this is pretty much it. It's a video of the bridge going up and then the bridge going down, and in between the two, the boat goes through. That rhymes, actually. And and yeah, so that's pretty much it. I've muted the sound because I'm saying random cringy stuff to people in the background, and yeah, instead of having that in the background of that video, you got it here. Well, hey, yeah, it's not just me, obviously, who was filming that. There's probably loads of people who'd never seen it before and thought, aha, I shall film too, and they did. And but then there are lots of other people who didn't really give a shit and just walked along and said, oh, I've seen it all before, and they just went on about their lives. And yeah, so there's that. But as well as looking at it from the side and watching it go up and down and squiggly boo and all of that, I don't even know what squiggly boo means. What the hell does that mean? Anyway, I don't care. As well as looking at it from the side of the river, it's also pretty cool to sort of go on the river itself and go underneath it, which is something I did. Well, I've done it a few times, but the first time I did it, I filmed it because I only just moved here, and this is way back in October 2011, and I was with some people that I'd met recently, and I was with Tasha, and also Kevin, who did an amazing rendition of his demon face, which is a long story that I'm not going to go into. Anyway, so yeah, this is way back then, and I decided to film it, and that's pretty much it. It was really cool at the time, because I'd only just moved there, and I thought, oh my god, I'm on a boat on the river, and there's Canary Wharf over there, and then there's Tower Bridge here, and there's all sorts, and I thought, I'm a little excited. So, yeah, there was that. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And yeah, sort of do it with people we done just met as well, which is it was just a genuinely nice experience to do. So that's a memory that I will treasure, actually. So yeah, I've always got that video there, which is a soppy bit of the video. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this today. So yeah, I've not really got much more to say. Again, another rhyme on a roll today. You can call me Butter because I'm on a roll. Anyway, yeah, I should go. So goodbye from me and goodbye from the doctors. Hello. Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe.
I should also point out, after doing that random biting my t-shirt thing, where I live, obviously we're in flats, and my window sort of looks onto other flats. And currently there's a guy standing on his balcony looking at me while I am talking to myself in a well-lit room. So it's obvious, I've got no blinds either, it's obvious that I'm talking to myself and making very big hand gestures, so I could be going like, and he might not know what the hell is going on. So I could just keep going on at this and making him seem a little bit weird. He's currently smoking a cigarette. I don't know what your name is. You might watch this video and think, oh my god, he's talking about me. He watches what I does. Watches what I do. That makes no sense. Watches what I do. And yeah. So, thank you, Mr. Man, for watching me and making me very self-conscious about the stuff that I do. You are the bane of my existence, which is really harsh. You're not that bad, but at the same time, don't look into my room. Not that there's anything to hide, but just don't do it. Anyway, bye.